Miami 24-14 here at home. It was a rough March. They lost 7 of their last 9 games entering tonight. Here's Larson with a shot clock at 6. He kicks it out. Adebayo puts it on the floor, stops at the foul line, and knocks down the jumper.
The hard dribble to get Keita just retreating enough creates the separation for Bam.
Tatum will be defended by Larson, the second-year pro out of Arizona. Brown got the defender off his feet, hangs in the lane, and gets the first points for the Celtics.
Look at how easy that looked.
He's made a lot look easy this year. Just had a terrific season, career highs across the board for Brown. Wiggins for 3.
Wiggins has shot a career high from deep. So good start for him. Does he become more aggressive because of it?
Brown again gets to the basket.
So Dave, his read and react game, the highest it's ever been. Like 2 moves, just put that right into perspective quickly.
Oh, hot start for both teams. Bam Adebayo from deep. Career high and made 3s for Bam. Brown with a jab step. Wiggins an excellent defender. Jaylen Brown drills the triple. He's got all 7 for Boston. Could you ask for a better start? Bam Adebayo. Remember, it was 22 days ago. He had 83 points. He had 31 in the first quarter. He's got 8 already. Brown has 7, and he's fouled.
And then your rhythm jump shot.
Wiggins commits the foul. Only 10 Boston Celtic players have been named first-team All-NBA. Now, a lot of those guys were named multiple times, like Bird, as Larson lost it out of bounds. But it was last touched by the Celtics.
Deep in his heart, and that was that he can be a one option. That is definitively proven.
Bam Adebayo straight on 3, and he finally missed one. Tatum with... He had made his first 3 shots from the floor. Brown really aggressive. Again, driving deep and laying it up and in. He has all 11 for Boston.
Now he talks about, on the catch, I am in attack mode. Doesn't mean I'm looking to score it every time, but I am in attack mode.
Wiggins gets past Tatum and missed the shot and a foul. Even though it's year 2 for him in the NBA.
Knew he was down key guys. And for the first time all season, I thought pressed into a poor shooting performance. Now, he got going a little bit in the 4th, but tonight it's aggressive, but in the flow.
Wiggins gets both free throws. 24 points scored in 2.5 minutes by these teams. Hauser on the short pull-up. That's good. First points for someone other than Jaylen Brown in a Celtic uniform. Here's Davion Mitchell. Leads the team in assists. Fires to a cutting hero, and he got fouled by Brown. He'll go to the line.
Fast in style.
Boston has been the #1 defense in the NBA. As you heard publicly this week, and something he's been saying a lot this year, just really the first time he let the mass media know how he felt about the Coach of the Year award.
I'm certainly not going to ask him about it.
He said, it's a stupid award, but look, he just doesn't want to accept the credit. That's what those comments were about, as Jaylen Brown misses, and it's rebounded by Wiggins. He wants credit for the team, coaching staff, the organization, rather than him getting it. Bam gets it, swatted by Keita, cleaned up by Larson. He missed with the tip, and Bam Adebayo's got 10.
Love the persistence. And there's Larson. Larson will attack, to your point about him. Second-year player, but he's older. He's aggressive. There's a physicality to him.
Tatum drills the step-back 3. He's coming off arguably his best game. His last game, Sunday against Charlotte, had 32 points and no turnovers. This is his 12th game of the season tonight. Hero on the drive. To the corner. Larson answers for 3. Get 36 points total in 4 minutes here.
So Miami's objective is to touch the paint, ideally off an individual ISO drive, which they do, and then the spray to 3.
Miami is 6 of 9. Boston is 6 of 7 from the floor. Brown working on Mitchell. Spins on him. Again down the lane. And another reverse layup for Jaylen Brown, who's got 13. Hero. He'll fire a 3. Off the heel. Kept alive by Adebayo. He'll try again from deep. This one off the mark. Rebounded by Tatum. He's already got 2 threes in this game. Derek White hasn't taken a shot yet. Tatum's taken 1. He made it a 3. He'll launch again. That one off the side of the rim. Good position down low. Grabbed by Tatum. That's his second foul. As Adebayo beat him to the spot.
Basketball.
In the game that
But 22 was an incredible number.
And since then, he's had other big games. He had a 30-20 game against Houston just 11 days after that 83-point outing. 3-point lead for the Heat. Brown drawing hero has got his hand right in his jersey. Brown splits the double, kicks it out. Extra pass now. Hauser with 2 on the shot clock. And the 3 goes.
But that's all created again. Now, that's not going to show up on a box score, but that's Jaylen Brown's effect.
Mitchell with the kick out. Adebayo into the chest of Derek White, and a blocking foul is called.
Weakness coming out of Cal has become a strength. His game is very difficult to deal with because it's all 3 levels.
He had the first 11 points of the game for the Celtics. He's got 13 on the night so far. Davion Mitchell's 3 is there. That's the 5th 3 already for Miami. A team that's 21st in the NBA in scoring. About 120 a game, and they already at 24. Shireman and Peyton Pritchard into the game along with Garza. Shireman trying to answer, and does with a triple. 4 of 5 for Boston from 3. Miami's 5 of 8. Jaquez leading all bench players in scoring with the nice floater against Garza.
He has had a terrific year. And again, another guy who can get downhill and touch the paint. Good patience once he got there.
Pritchard, the reigning 6th man of the year, who has started a bunch of games this year, most of those when Tatum had yet to play. Pritchard, nice feed underneath. That may have been tipped by Ware, but it still went down for Garza. Tied at 26, outside 5 minutes to go. A reach-in foul on Shireman. They're over the limit, so free throws for Miami. The remainder.
Opportunity for himself.
Tyler here. He only had 1 all season prior to this stretch. Hauser, and another Boston 3 there. 6 of 7 from behind the arc. Hauser 2 of 2.
Love that. Nice, efficient use of the dribble by Hauser.
Jaquez for 3. Rebound Brown. That is not a strength for Jaquez, only a 30% three-point shooter. The Celtics are 7 of 8 from 3. And 72% overall. Hero stops in the lane. Missed that one. Batted around. Smith with the offensive rebound. Missed the shot. And now Shireman out of there with it. Brown goes and gets it from Queta. Brown again attacking and lays it in. Jaylen Brown with 15 in the first quarter.
Look at that finish by Jaylen Brown.
Ware penetrated. Loose ball. Jaquez saves it. Tipped by Shireman. Being chased by Smith behind the back. Behind the back jam. First of all, great questions. You did a great job, Doris. You kind of got you there with that first one. But how about the 53 points, the most in any quarter for Boston in 56 years for the Celtics? Miami actually had a 53-point quarter earlier this season. Fontecchio in the lane, blocked by Garza. Tatum pull-up 3. That one's good. They've made 12 threes in 13 minutes.
It's funny because the last 8 games, their three-point rate has declined a little bit because of the way teams are guarding them. Tonight, it's almost like there's been this intentional, hey, we're coming at you with our game.
Fontecchio undercut. You knew Joe was going to go to defense, though, with your question.
I'm just kicking myself for not saying I'll get to the defense and then ask him about the offense.
This is the last time on air you asked a question of a coach.
So this is almost going to make me feel ancient, but the last time I would have interviewed him, because when he became head coach, I wasn't sidelined, would have been as a player at West Virginia. Probably the year they go to the Final Four against Philadelphia, big win. But in that 1-7 stretch, multiple times, they gave up 135 points. Defense has been an issue and they've lost.
Shot clock at 5. Garza launches. Another Boston 3. The Celtics are 13 of 17. They lead by 24. There are many teams in the NBA that haven't scored 59 points in a half, and the Celtics are there with 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Fontecchio penetrates. Adebayo trying to collect the offensive rebound. Now Mitchell for 3, not even close. Tatum's got 7 rebounds already to go with 6 points and 3 assists. Tatum doubled. Celtics keep possession. White on the drive. Garza has it stripped. Garza, and there's a missed 3, which is a rarity tonight for the Celtics. Adebayo faked the 3, drives on Garza and fouled. He'll go to the line again, where he's just 3 minutes of the game. Take a look at our national TV schedule.
Starting to beat the drum for the MVP conversation.
We got 12 days left of NBA regular season basketball. It is going to be really interesting what happens over the next week and a half when it comes to the MVP, because it feels like there are 3 to 4 players still in it. Some feel like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander still is going to win it, but you got Wembanyama making a late push, Luka Doncic, and then there's some other players who have been doing it all year. Wiggins, good defense, got it back up.
Did Derek White get another block right there?
Adebayo for 3. White leads all NBA guards in blocks. Miami had missed 15 of 16 before that made 3. Tatum has it swatted, and now Adebayo up the floor. Fontecchio gets a good look and swishes home the triple. And now Joe Mazzulla. 53 points in the first quarter, if you're just joining us. 11 of those threes came in the first, the most ever by a Miami opponent. Tatum catching at the elbow and knocks down the jumper over Mitchell. Tatum with 8 points and 8 boards. Celtics have led by as many as 25. Mitchell hangs and hacks at it. Miami's made it out of the play in each of the last 3 years, made it all the way to the finals in 2023, beating Boston in the conference finals.
Look at Pritchard.
Everybody hitting threes and everybody getting blocks for Boston. Tatum, that hit the shot clock, he thought.
I like there's a physicality to Larson. Definitely a high level of aggression.
He's essentially tripled his scoring average from his rookie year. Tough pass there. That's the first turnover by Boston in the game. And Miami gives it right back. Hauser hit 5 threes. Brown hit 2. Midway point of the second quarter, it's a 20-point lead. Brown keeps the dribble, gets into the lane, and the bank shot falls. He's got 22 now.
I mean, that's a ridiculous shot. The deceleration to the hang time, come on.
And the power to get into the lane, too, at will. Mitchell in and out in the triple drop. Brown pick it up where he left off in the first quarter, not shy. Sidestep 3 off the side of the rim. He's 9 of 13. Bam Adebayo beat him down court. Stripped by Walsh and taken away. Walsh with the deceleration Euro step. The follow is blocked by Hero. Hero got it right.
Nice sequence by
Autistic individuals and their families. Visit Sotheby's.com/To The Max Foundation to learn more.
very cool interview with Malika and Scott and Suzanne on NBA Today. Just such a cool initiative.
In the lane, basket is good for Pelle Larsson. Miami's actually outscoring Boston by 3 here in the quarter, yet down 17 on the night.
And how about the Miami Heat are 50% from 3, 9 for 18, and still have this deficit.
Tatum to the left hand. Jason Tatum, a marvelous first half, 13 points, 9 rebounds.
And 3 assists.
Coming off a 32-point game. And he had 26 in the game before that. Oh, everybody left Larson. He just didn't realize it. Otherwise, he could have just turned around and had an easy bank shot. White doesn't fall for the pump fake. Wild shot by Larson. Got it back. Foul. Count the basket. Foul was on Queta, his first. Larson misses. They're 12 of 17 at the line. And Jason Tatum's got a double-double already. 10 rebounds now. There's Brown, 20 first quarter points, 2 here in the second. They double him. Gets to his spot anyway. And now Tatum's open. Extra pass. Hauser. He'll fire. In and out on the 3. He's now missed 2 in a row after a 6-for-6 start. Hero crosses over. Hauser on the other end. And Derek White not only blocks it, but just takes it away out of midair. Most blocks by a guard in the NBA since Dwayne Wade in 2009. Adebayo with the layup on the other end after the Celtic turnover.
And now it looks like they might. Are they back in the zone? Yeah, you see a lot of communication. Yep, they're in the zone for the second maybe time in this half, and right away, look at the Celtics get the ball to the middle of the zone, and then an easy pass down. There's a reason Miami doesn't play a lot of zone against this team.
Celtics carve him up. 4th assist for Tatum. Mitchell, front rim to 3. And rebound secured by Tatum, or by Queta rather, his second board. Brown on the deep catch. A little too deep. Tried to dribble out of it, lost it, but got it back. Nearing 2 minutes to play in the half. Tatum, shot clock at 5. Brown from mid-range over 2 defenders. And a shot clock violation. Traffic hitting 14 threes, tying the most in a half. They had 11 in the first quarter and had those 14 with about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter and didn't make another one. So they go in the...
He knows it's Hauser. I mean, it's Hero checking me. He's trailing the whole way. He just made the right rim read.
And a rare missed free throw for Hauser, who's an 89% shooter. He's got 19 points, had 17 in the first quarter. Alan Larson on the spot up. Spins out on the 3. Rebound pinballs to Keita. Boston at 50 wins on the season, the 5th straight year. As Keita gets the slam, great find by Brown. It's the first time the Celtics have won 50-plus in 5 consecutive seasons since the Larry Bird-led Celtics from 1984 to 1988. Keita got the block, but a foul.
Go next.
You think about when he was at Cal, he used to get his off now. It's a big reason why he's an MVP candidate.
And I think everybody rightly, Dave, came back with the idea, okay, when Tatum comes back, that's a reset on that relationship, the much-discussed relationship. Give these two young men credit. They just keep putting that storyline to bed.
Tatum has 4 assists to go with 13 points and 12 rebounds. Derek White took just 2 shots in that first half. He missed a 3 there.
But I do think that's the kind of shot he's going to get. Of all the guys whose shot profile will change with Tatum's return, to me, it's Derek White.
3 is good for Wiggins.
And you need a lot of those to climb back into this. But this is a Heat organization with pride, and they will keep playing.
They don't have Norman Powell. He is out for the 3rd straight game due to illness. He is their leading scorer on the season. 22 points per game. Hero is close to that at 21 and a half, but obviously played fewer games. Tatum with 3 to shoot. Fires a 3. Front rimmed it. Keita, offensive rebound. Missed the putback, but he'll go to the line. Wiggins on the reach-in.
How often Jason Tatum was put in a position to have to, for the growth of these players, for Keita's commitment. You know, he averages, what, about 24 minutes? Would that go to 21, depending on how often Tatum closes at the 5? I just think the reason everybody thinks the Celtics are dangerous is you have 2 now elite guys, the wings. You had them when you won the championship. The role players' roles are defined. Everybody knows, you know, what their contributions are. As Hero gets another 3. Derek White remains elite defensively.
Offensive foul on Jaylen Brown. Whether Pritchard starts or comes off the bench, Tatum sits or plays, it just doesn't seem to matter. The Celtics just roll right along.
And here's the thing. You know, I don't know what the perception is out there. It felt to me like in Joe Mazzulla's first year in the championship year that, oh, well, you inherited a great team.
4 years, but still 72% win percent is the best in history. It's actually the last time Boston's lost here. They won 9 in a row since. They won 2 games that series, forced a Game 7 back in Boston, lost. A lot of people were questioning Joe Mazzulla. But the very next year, to win the championship, and all that chatter stopped. Mitchell driving out to Larson. Wiggins left alone. 3 is good.
That's their offense right there. This is the new system incorporated. There wasn't a single on-ball screen. It was individual. Can I get past? Can I get an advantage? And can I make the next play? And then get a shot.
Brown rises up. Drains a 3-pointer. 29 for Jaylen Brown. 1 point away from his 34th 30-point game in 67 play. Adebayo back to the... No. Adebayo gets the free throw. He's got first quarter. He came out in attack mode. He scored the first 11 points for Boston and was able to get deep into the paint every time. And we'd see hang and finish. We'd see decelerate and then speed up quickly, reverse layup. And now we see a 3-pointer. Brown draws the contact, count the basket, and 1, and then he's
4 games. This is number 5, but 14, 14, and 11. That gives you some sense of the kind of aggression he's playing with.
He scored the last 8. He does have a 50-point game this year, and 5 others where he scored 40-plus. Adebayo, wow! Keita got a piece of that, and Adebayo still had the strength to get it up and score.
Did he lose control of it there for a second?
Looked like Keita got a hand on it. A 24-point lead for Boston, almost at 100 points already. Here's Brown again. Doubled, throws it up. Was hoping to get a call and did not. Really his first wild shot of the night. Larson's 3 is good. He's hit a couple now here in the second half. Miami doesn't come back, the Heat will be in the 10th spot. Now, they were in the 10th spot last year and won 2 games and made it out of the play-in. Brown drives through the lane, hands for Cater, shot clock down to 3. And Cater puts up the air ball. In the East, they were the 2 seed last year after 61 wins. Mitchell buries a 3.
You're going to need a few of those, Joe Mazzulla, right?
We were talking with him before the game about the reports of his good friend and assistant on Team USA and Gonzaga head coach Mark Few getting into the Hall of Fame. He and Mark Few go back 35 years. Eric Spoelstra was playing at Portland, and Few was a grad assistant at Gonzaga. He's very happy for Mark Few, a guy that Spo says he has nicknamed Yoda for all the lessons he's learned over the years from Few.
Anybody who knows Mark Few, despite sustained success and an appropriate induction into the Naismith Hall of Fame, the guy's never changed through all the success. And, you know, he's one of those guys, coaches just say he's a coach's coach. I remember covering him at college and saying he had multiple offers to go to big spots, and he'd be like, nope, Gonzaga suits me just fine.
He's a guy that has the demeanor to coach at this level.
Yes.
But chose to stay at Gonzaga as Tatum gets it to fall. He's got 17 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists.
He, too, has made the game look easy. Oh, is that a double?
Yes. That is it now as Jaylen Brown is up to 34, and another assist for Tatum. Actually, did not give it an assist there to Tatum. Lead back to 22. 99 points for Boston. 80 at halftime, 53. Which Tatum was 17.
He's got 7 double-doubles. Look at him. He's almost at the top of the Celtics list already.
And closing in on maybe a triple-double tonight. Jaylen Brown has 3 triple-doubles this year.
Good defense by Mitchell.
Brown on the step through, got caught in the air, and hits again. 36 for Jaylen Brown. Boston off. When March tipped off to us, you and I were in San Antonio and felt like with about 20 games left that Victor Wembanyama had a chance at one last push to get deep into the MVP conversation. He was already in it, but to get a little deeper, for it to be real. It feels real right now.
It does, and honestly, you were the first one to me who kind of drove that conversation. And, you know, he made the point about defense. Like, he shifts the floor in a way that's nobody else is doing by far. As Jaquez does a nice job. And I'm sorry, did Shea have to play however many games he had to play without Jalen Williams? You're second in command, and All-Star last year, and you see the level he's playing at. Somebody's going to have to rip it out of Shea's hands, and in my mind, that hasn't happened yet.
It's a great point when you consider that for the last 2 months, San Antonio's only got with it 1 game close, 11 after the first quarter. Miami's got 16 threes. Jaquez, and another triple for Miami. First 3 of the game for Jaquez, trading triples with Boston, 19-point game. 3:06 to go.
Sorry, Dave, that's not a strength of Jaquez. That's the next step in his development.
Tatum between the legs, goes up for 3.
Another assist for Jason Tatum. That's 8. He could get a triple-double here because you're trying to maximize his minutes, right? He's got to play. You were making the case earlier about Jaylen Brown. Like, Jaylen Brown, the minutes over the last 8 games have gone from like 34 to 38. It's playoff time, folks. We're stretching those minutes.
Both those guys right now right around 27 minutes, Tatum and Brown. Shireman, and that's good on the floater. You see that most threes, Doris, in a quarter in team history. They're on a 12-0 run. They scored 45 in the third quarter. Hauser ends the run with a jumper to start the fourth.
He's 8 for 10, and multiple of those have come off the bounce into the mid-range.
Meanwhile, Spoelstra keeping the 5 on the floor that made the run in the third quarter without Bam Adebayo. Heroes 3, no good. Cato with the rebound. So Tatum starting the fourth. Jaylen Brown on the bench to begin the fourth. Tatum 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Long 2 for Tatum. No good. Larson knew it was off Miami, so he tried to save it and does. Hero pushing tempo. Pulls up for 3 in transition. Tyler Hero gets Miami within 9. 21 threes for the Heat. A 15-2 run.
Tyler Hero has had one heck of a year shooting the basketball.
And Boston scored 53 in the first quarter. They hit 11 threes. Miami on the third. Hauser with a couple of jumpers here in the fourth.
I mean, he's just playing within himself. And he understands that running me off the three-point line, that's a pull into the mid-range. It's happened multiple times.
17 of his 23 points came in the first quarter. Tatum's got 17 points, 10 assists, 14 rebounds. He's fouled by Ware.
He's 7 foot hyper athletic at the rim. Let me stop right here. You have seen it consistently in the third and here in the fourth. And what happened against Philly was it didn't bite until the fourth period. And let's see, does it bite the Celtics here in the fourth? Great job by Tatum to get the middle of the zone there.
Hawkins 3, no good. Boston ball up 13. Tatum around the Queta screen, fires, Queta's 3 is good. Jason Tatum stretches a doubleheader. Meanwhile, Mitchell ends a 7-0 Boston run out of the timeout.
Jaylen Brown just gets up off the bench. He's at 28 minutes. He's been playing about 38, so this is going to be, he'll finish here now rest of the way, I would think.
Queta with the basket inside. Tatum has played 31 minutes, has 11 assists now after that last one, to go with 22 points, 14 rebounds. The 3 goes for Ware. He can make that. He's hit over 80 on the season.
That young man intrigues me. He's got big-time talent. Just curious how quickly he develops.
Tatum driving, swatted away by Ware, but a foul called on tearing the Achilles on his right leg in Game 4 of the conference semifinals. But not only is he back, and he's been back now for almost a month, but he's playing at a terrific level. Mitchell's had a good night, able to shake Pritchard and miss the shot, and it's poked out to White. Miami trailed by 27, got it down to 10 going into the fourth. It was cut to 9, but Boston back up big, and now Brown going to the line. He's got 30. Time for
And Houston, 46 and 29.
Brown missed them both. Yeah, those two teams right now are tied for 5th in the West. Trying to get to 4, so they get home court in the first round. But Denver right now is a game up on those two teams for 4. 4 minutes into the fourth here in Miami. Don't forget Spurs-Warriors up next. Steph Curry not back yet, but the Warriors put out a release. He's expected to scrimmage again this week, so potentially a return before the season ends. Brown with a rebound, hesitates, goes up, and scores off the window.
Did you see the little communication between Tatum and Brown on that? They're clearly attacking Hero. There's just a subtle look like Tatum's like, you want this, right? And he got him the basketball.
A smart basketball. Both guys with very high basketball IQ. Shot clock down to 5. Adebayo's 3 is short. Hawkins offensive rebound. Now Bam on the drive. Queta, good contest, but the basket goes.
That's tremendous touch. Footwork was elite by Bam, and it needed to be. I mean, and Queta's still there, Dave. He got a great contest on that.
And Miami still within striking distance, down 14 with 7 to play. Pritchard, corner 3 is up, and it's down. Peyton Pritchard with another 3 for Boston. That's 20 now. He's got 4. Wiggins can't answer. 1 and done for Miami on that possession. Lead back to 17 for the Celtics. Trying to win for the 8th time in their last 10 games. An inch closer to wrapping up that 2 seed. Reach has got 9 points, 10 rebounds. Back to a 19-point lead. Hero's floater is there.
He's got a lot of offensive game, this guy.
18 tonight and 30 in each of the last 2 games. White. Brown with a jab step. Now the fall away. No good. Almost tipped in by Queta. And great hustle by Queta. And he's fouled.
Come on, this guy's doing so many good things to defend the rim.
Loved in Boston by everybody. Players, coaches, fans. His 15th double-double of the season. 11 points and 12 boards. And Boston back in full command at the midway point of the fourth. Hawkins penetrates and is able to score as Queta was trying to block it. Queta had an awkward landing. He's a little slow, jogging back up the floor. Might also just be exhausted.
Right, I think it's the pace of the game. You can see how high up this zone pushes out. Like those guards in the front of that zone, they are pushed way to the top of the floor.
Nifty move by Tatum and got the bank shot. He's got 25 points, 16 rebounds, and 11 assists. Hero. Another rebound for Tatum. That's number 17. We were talking with Joe Mazzulla before the game about the scoring and the no turnovers for Tatum against Charlotte in his last game. And Mazzulla said he's got to rebound better. Well, he's responded tonight as Queta gets the bounce.
They're carving it up now, right? They're just quick decision making. touching the weak spots.
Adebayo got a three. His fourth three-pointer. Might be too late at this point. 18-point game nearing 4 minutes to go. Brown way off the mark on the long three and out of bounds to Miami. Larson penetrating out to Wiggins. Bumping Tatum and now falling away off the back iron. And rebound number 18 for Tatum. His career high is 19.
I want you to keep in mind, when Boston was struggling out of the gates, what did they start? 1-4, and I can't remember. They had double-digit losses before, I think, double-digit wins. One of their main weaknesses was defensive rebounding. And to their credit, it has become a real strength. And now that Tatum's back, it's like, good night. Between Kata and Tatum, you're not getting an offensive rebound. Championship team. And his...
For 9 and 2 back of the Clippers for the 8th spot.
And Shams said Steph Curry cleared for 5-on-5 scrimmaging. That's a big hurdle.
Likely another scrimmage coming end of the week for Curry as well as he ramps up with the hope of returning for, at worst, the plan, and maybe even before then. 24 threes now for Miami. Fourth time they've made 24 threes in a game in franchise history, and the second time this season. Tatum's pass too hot to handle for Kata. And then Adebayo, he just had that slip through his hands as he tried to throw it down court to Larson. Tatum launches, can't get it. Tatum falls to the ground. Play together. They were plus 64 coming into tonight, and that will go up after this game. Larson, his three no good. And a loose ball foul on Boston. Home, they have 2 more road games. The next one's at Milwaukee Friday. Also have a big one against the Knicks. Although it looks like Boston will hold.
Weighty.
Yep. It's 3 with 6 games left. Hard to make that up. Larson completes the 3-point play after the Shireman foul. Miami has 5 games left after tonight. And the Heat will be in the 10th spot right now. Which means if you're in 10th, you have the 1 game in the play-in on the road. If you win that, you get another chance. If you lose, your season's over. Joe Mazzulla keeping Jaylen Brown on the floor. Tried to get 40 points. He just ripped the 3 badly. Now on the baseline, he rises up. Can't can it. Kept alive, though, by Shireman. They want to get it to Brown to see if he can get his 7th 40-point game. Brown driving, puts on the brakes, falls away, hits it. Jaylen Brown with a 40-point night. The 7th of the year for Brown, and 142 for the team. Layup is good for him. Jaylen Brown, 17 of 29 from the floor, 4 of 10 from 3, 43 points. They're going to double him to force him to pass it. White shovels to Brown with a shot clock at 5. Brown double, gives it up. White a clear path to the hoop, and the bank drops for Derek White. Mitchell, no good. Rebound, Kata. 51 wins for Boston. Boston will take a 24-second violation here, then Miami will just dribble out the clock. It was a wild night. It started with the final score, Boston 147.